All right, y'all. I'm back. I want to see what it's gonna do. I can't say the S word. I gotta say unalived or something like that because when I say they so tough over here on me, Jesus, I can't even sneeze the wrong way, Lord. Thank you, Ray ma'am. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If y'all can come in and tap the screen for me, I'm gonna tap. I'm finna put my tapper on. They was trying to get me, y'all. Let's get personal. Good morning, everybody. Make sure y'all tap the screen, repost the live, share the live out. We got a couple of updates. I was just on, but it was tripping. So good morning, good morning. Amazing. Oh, having you close to me. Hey Rose, thank you for my daily heartbeat. Good morning. It's breakfast. Life's like a time, we had a ball. Let's catch a movie. Then dinner. Dinner tonight. You said, "Hey, I just came to share." To share what, baby? What you come to share? Thank you for sharing my live. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Anderson. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, Miss Anderson. I do appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming in and liking the live. Hey, Katie. How was everybody doing this morning? Having you close to me. Having you close to me. Do y'all think the hotel is responsible too for her unaliving or her death? That's what I wanted to ask y'all. Do y'all think the hotel has some? Cause baby, I would be suing the hotel, baby, friend. You hear me? Hotel as soon as I get down there. Oh, y'all finna get in trouble. Somebody finna say something. The whole Tanzania police department. Mm-mm. I feel like that hotel is hiding footage and everything because I'm pretty sure if they was arguing in like an open space or something or arguing in like in the lobby or something, 9 times out of 10 is some cameras up in there. I was on just a minute ago, but TikTok was tripping. I don't know. We got a couple of updates, y'all. Again, if you was on the last live, you probably heard it. If not, just tap the screen, tap the screen. If y'all can, please send a couple of roses. Just it doesn't have to be anything big. Now, if you can send something big, go up here and go click something to send. But just try. Let's try to get it in the algorithm. You said what happened? This is the story of the young lady, Ashley Janae, who was found unalived. We can't say the S word, y'all. Was found unalived in her hotel room. And you can shake your head right on up out the live, gladiator. What's the new update? I'm definitely gonna let you guys know if you can tap the screen so we can kind of get the peoples in. I don't want to be just repeating. I can repeat it, but I don't want to be repeating it 20 times. Okay, let's tap the screen. Let's engage. It's only three. That's how I know it ain't y'all ain't tapping. If I'm gonna be talking, y'all gotta tap. I talk, y'all tap, and I'm gonna tap too. Look, and I'm tapping too. So I ain't telling you nothing I ain't doing either. Might want to go to my showcase and go grab you one of these. So when somebody be like, tap the screen, you can be like, okay, here, golly. Ugh, tap. But good morning to everybody. I'm so again very, very happy that we this is let me speak about the power of the internet. It can be a good thing or it can be a great thing or it can be a bad thing. Okay. Hey Melanie. This right here was great because we were able to, you see how fast we were able to get this information out and get it national. So now they have, again, like I told y'all yesterday, they have contacted the embassy. They are trying to get over to Africa right now. So right now, yesterday, about, so this was 13 hours ago when they put this out. So it looks like let me pull that down. Turn it off. So it looks like the father of Ashlee Janae, which her real name is Ashlee Robinson. So if y'all hear people saying Ashlee Robinson, that's who they're talking about, okay? So they have launched a GoFundMe account, okay? They launched the GoFundMe account, and this is for the mounting cost of her burial and the fact that they have to go to Tanzania and go recover her body. Okay. Now it is still an investigation going on, so they still investigating everything or whatever, whatnot, but they still have to get her body. Okay. So right now they do need help. They're only asking for 50K. And Harry Robinson is her dad's name. They said they're navigating the ongoing investigation and the challenges of being thousands of miles away while they're trying to bring Ashley home with dignity and seek answers on what happened. Okay. According to the fundraising description, these funds are for travel costs, arrangement, and any unexpected expenses during that time. Okay, they're only asking for 50K. Y'all done already did y'all big one. Y'all done already did y'all big one. It said 30. They still giving in the midst of it. We done went up 1%. It's 30. They got 94 dollars in there. Hey Hillary. Hey beautiful. So they're just 11K away from getting the expenses that they need to go over there. This is the sad part about it to me because one, this man set up here, you took her over here with this extravagant supposed proposal, all of that stuff. You paid these people all this money to walk with these animals and shit. And you mean to tell me you didn't even have the decency? You could have dropped some Bitcoin in their accounts or something. Like you, oof, Jesus. You said go on me, please. So, so right now the family is almost at their goal or whatever to get over there. Now, let me see. Just reading up on some of the things that's going on. They said she was discovered unconscious and rushed to the hospital where she died on April the 10th. The police believe that Janae died by unaliving herself. But there are speculations of foul play that have been that could be involved. Okay. Um, a lot of celebrities are starting to. You can't hear me. Y'all can't hear me. You can hear. Okay, if you can't hear me, go in and go out. Can you hear? Okay. Okay, it's just your phone, baby. That's your phone. All right. Um, so yeah, that's what's going on. Y'all know that the parents spoke out yesterday. I'm going to pull up what the parents talked about. But right now, I'm going to do a panel, and I just want to know what you guys. My question to everybody is: does Tanzania need to be responsible for this as well? Hey, good morning. Good morning, Daz on TikTok. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. Because it's really suspicious to me that one, they have to come over there and they have to do all of that. They got to make all of this, get all of this money to get over there. Y'all should be trying to, if anybody gets unalived in another country, you shouldn't, to me, I shouldn't have to pay y'all nothing to get my child back. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it sounded like to me. Like they got to go and pay somebody to even, and they have to, I guess, are they going to have to pay like a private plane? See, I'm confused on how they're going to get her over here. Is it going to be like a private flight to get her her body from over there? Like how does it go? Like I don't know. I've never um I've never had to experience anything like that before. You said you usually pay to transport a body. See what I'm saying? A regular flight? You mean to tell me it'd be a body at the on the bottom? I mean, they got to get there somewhere. I'm not, you know. Yes, they have to pay to bring her, but they can put her at the bottom of the plane. Yes, Mr. Left. I feel like he did it for real because I feel like he was a trick also. Well, yeah, we figured that he was a trick. And my daughter made sense yesterday. They have been dating for a while, right? And if they called themselves in a relationship, he probably got insurance. She might be his beneficiary on his insurance, and she probably is his beneficiary on. I want to know if she got an insurance policy out. You said my thing is why not? Why didn't he pay the offer to pay? Exactly. Oh, he ain't been. I said that earlier, Jay. He ain't even been trying to. He said Nathan. They ain't talked to this man since he called the mama and told her that she was in the hospital. You said he was still married. Hold on, he was still married to the wife before her. No, apparently they said he was divorced. They say she not. No, they say the ex-wife. It's the ex-wife. She said no, they not married. He not married to that other lady. And see, she was mixed. She's mixed. They not married no more. He's available. Well, not available, but you know what I'm talking about. He available to get caught. So right now, again, if you're just now coming in, good morning, guys. If y'all can, please tap the screen. I know y'all don't like that when y'all come in, but tap the screen. I'm about to get ready to tell y'all what's going on. So we have gotten a little update on what's going on. If you did not haven't got caught up on everything. Thank you guys for the shares and reposts. Good morning, Miss Cookie. So yesterday we did find out that they were not in a good space. Okay, they had got into a argument before. Well, good morning my way because wherever you at is good afternoon. So good morning to you and good evening to you too. Whatever. So come to find out, they did have an argument a month before her birthday trip, and it was a big argument also. Right, Cookie. It was a big argument also at the hotel to the point where they had to separate them and put them in different rooms. So, um, right now, they are still doing an investigation on her. That has been said. A lot of family and friends have come out to say that he has been very they have seen situations where he has been a little, abusive as far as like, not like him physically, but he's been like mentally, emotionally abusive towards her. Yes. Um, right. It's a good picture. I like it. Yeah. But so right now, again, what's going on is that they're investigating. The family has to get there to get her body. Also to just try to figure out what's going on. I'm hoping that they're going to take a private investigator with them so that they can take pictures of the room. They can, you know what I'm saying? They can get some type of footage for what's going on. So right now, the family is asking for help. They have created a GoFundMe account. Actually, it's actually Dad. Dad is the one who's created the because I think he's the one that wants to go over. I don't know if Mom can do it. She's just from what I see, Mom is broken down, obviously, because she was the last person that was able to actually talk to Ashley and see Ashley. She talked to Ashley right after the fight that her and the guy had. Okay, so um, right now they are asking, like I said, the update is that they're asking for help. I'm looking at the donations right now; it's steady going up again. They're at 39K, well, 39,121. It was at 39,000 and some change or whatever. So it's steady going up. People are donating actively to her cause, and just so that they can help the family get over there and get back safely. Why would you cancel the GoFundMe? If you feel like cancel the GoFundMe, that means you need to swipe out of here, sweetie. Y'all love to come up in chats that don't resonate with you. You want to be mean and you want to be spiteful, you actually can go over to X. Go over to X, to Twitter, old Twitter, and go over there and put your little mean comments over there. Because you're not going to affect anybody over here, because guess what I'm going to continue to keep doing is talking about this. Okay? I understand she said some things about black men that y'all don't like. I get it. I understand. I ain't even tripping off of it. But what I ain't telling you, just like y'all wanted us to protect y'all when Becky be doing stuff to y'all, we gonna give the same energy. If I'm gonna protect Keisha, I'm gonna protect Becky. Okay? Becky then don't deserve to be unalived either. You understand what I'm saying? You keep your hands to yourself, I'm gonna keep my hands to myself. Don't nobody deserve it. Now, if you think that, sweetie, you're in the wrong chat. You're gonna get ate up every time you come up over here. That's cool. If that's the case, then we definitely don't need to protect you, because you're very stupid to sit on this live and come in here with a room full of, you see a black woman talking about this. Mind you, I don't have a white man. Okay? It don't matter. That's her preference. It still does not count that you don't take nobody's life. You don't do that. He gone now, girl. They give me a few minutes to talk to him, my minds, and then they get him on up out of here. He'll be back. Give me a few minutes to talk to him, my minds, and then they get him on up out of here. He'll be back. You said his previous victim was Lawrence. Oh, oh. And she can. She can absolutely cougar. It can absolutely that. Again, same with you. You're in the wrong chat. We're not worried about that part. We worried about the part that why she even have to. You see what I'm saying? So when your preference gets you, we won't do what we did, because we did the same thing when old boy. I got up here and I said that old girl needs to go to motherfucking jail. When she did that, hey Savage, when she did that to that boy on that elevator. Okay? Well, if you're not worried about her shack, baby, go over to a live where they talking down. I'm not. I all I'm doing is giving the information, and apparently y'all are pissed off about that. Y'all don't care nothing about. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better make sure that y'all are snapping these comments with these men in here, because if they're talking like this, they don't care nothing about their mama, their daughter, or anybody that they messing with. I promise you. Even if they just saying stuff and they playing. I'm telling you right there. You better listen. Listen to the conversations that's being had right now. Because again, that's not I ain't saying she wrong for what she doing. He didn't came back in. Come, let me help him up. Let me see what Shaq got to say. Cause I ain't never scared. Be respectful, Shaq. Be respectful, baby. Okay. How you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Oh yeah. Mm-mm. You ain't even American. You are not even American, sir. You sound bye bye. You don't have a dog in this fight, boo boo. She is American. We just trying to get her body back over here. Uh-uh. Yeah, he wanted, and y'all finna get it, y'all folks that worked up there at that Tanzania Hotel. Y'all going down too. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. I wouldn't go to this result if it was the last one open on the African island. Do you hear me? They didn't have so many people get unalive or go missing. I think they feeding the ladies to the lions and the tigers. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared to go to Tanzania. I'm not scared to listen. I wouldn't go. Bitch, no, I don't want to feed the giraffe. If look, go to Memphis, bitch. If you want to feed the giraffe, go get you a cute little outfit. No, seriously, I'm serious as hell. At this point, go get you a cute little outfit, little safari outfit. Take your ass to Memphis and go feed the giraffes and shit. And get in the car. Don't they got the little car one? To get in the car and you feed them, bitch. Don't take your ass over there to Tanzania. I don't give a damn if they charging y'all, giving y'all a discount of $2. Don't do it. Somebody block Scott. We good, baby. We good. We good on the front. We good, baby. We good, Scott. Thank you. Thank you. My God, I just don't understand. Hold on, y'all. Y'all just make sure when y'all come up, mute up real quick for me.
I think that
Hold on. Mute up for me real quick. Let me get everybody else up here before I get everybody to again mute your mic up. If you got your mic on, mute your mic up for me because it's gonna give feedback. Let's mute your mic up for me, boo.
you know I'm like,
Blair, can you mute your mic up for me, please? Okay. All right. You said he went to the result with no cameras operating. Oh, so they don't got no cameras there. Somebody asked me that earlier. I thought they would they got no cameras there? Oh, bitch, hell no. You done already you. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask when I go overseas. Now, who you got cameras here? You said none at all. Oh hell no. They finna that this is finna be. I ain't even finna say what I want to say. All right, let's start from the top. Who is this up here? Miss Slim. Good morning. Good morning. What's your take on
good morning.
good
I
morning?
100% think he had something to do with it. someone doesn't just plan a birthday trip, go out the country. She's getting proposed to. Like, I don't know why he did it. It seems like it was premeditated or like they got into some type of fight. She might have found out something about him and then he didn't want her to go public with it. But I also don't believe that he thought that it was gonna get as much coverage as it's getting. I feel like a lot of people just are so entitled and they don't think, they just think with their money. And he thought that he was going to be able to cover it up. But no, this lady is an influencer. And by you doing that to her, it's going to come out. And I just hope that her family gets justice and they catch him because that's ridiculous.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I agree. I definitely agree. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody had called. I definitely agree. That he this was a setup, and he knew that you know it was going to be hard for people to figure out what happened. He had to know that, you know. So yeah, I agree with you. Kaya, we gonna go up that way. We're gonna go because I switched it.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm also not American, but I've been following this story, and I went down a little.
You
Uh,
okay? I was really just he was being mean in the chat and stuff, and that's why I said what I said. That you can, if you to my African or whatever country you're from, we did that because he was being funny. Okay,
oh,
it didn't. We don't discriminate over here. We love all. I love all my international friends. I love you guys. So don't ever think that it was him. That was to him, not to y'all. Go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, I'm from the Caribbean, but I went down a rabbit hole on Facebook where I found that this guy, his previous name was Matthew, Matthew LaFountain, and he was a bumble date with another girl, and her name was Lauren Smithfield. They spent one night together, and then they found her dead the next morning. And he was never charged or anything for that crime. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Like I have pictures of him and everything.
Would you do me a favor? Inbox me some of that information just so we can just
Yeah,
look
I
at
have
it.
the entire news video. I recorded it.
You did?
I
Okay. I
did.
have an email. My email is misslive3dtv@gmail.com. You can email that to me and I'll make sure I give you the credit and everything. But we just want to I just want to look and see because that's
Yeah, you can
definitely
look at it and see if it's the same guy. He just looks like he got a little bit older, like a couple years
older.
older. But the bald head, the mustache, and the beard, and the kink for black girls, I think it's the same thing.
And they did say he got a kink for him. They did say that. So thank you, Kaya. Thank you, girl. That was some good information right there. That was some tea. Yes. Okay. Miss Bridget, always a pleasure to our designated residential specialist therapist on this panel. Thank
Good
you. Thank you so
morning,
much.
my love. You know, there's a God that sits high and look low. It's a good day today.
Yes.
I was trying to send you information. It was breaking news yesterday, but it will not allow me to send you anything. It kept kicking it back. And I was like, man, every time I came across something, I would try to send it and it would kick it back. I'm like, I'm going to have to get an email or something because,
Listen, yes, email me if you guys and I need y'all's help because this is the thing. I don't have a team that's helping me. When I get these stories and stuff, I get them from directly from the people. Like, it was somebody that knew Ashley that sent this to me. That's the only reason why I knew about it. I probably wouldn't have known until later on. So it's kind of up to y'all, when y'all send me stuff like this, that's how I'm able to get on it as fast and get and actually go down a rabbit hole and get the right information. So yeah, if y'all get something and you can't send it to me on TikTok or I'm on Instagram as well, it's Miss Live 3D TV. Same thing on Instagram. But Email me at misslive3dtv@gmail.com. Super easy. And I'm gonna do my best, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I
Go
told
ahead,
you
Miss Bridget.
it was so much information. I mean, I couldn't even sleep last night. She was heavily on my mind, and I was just praying, and I was just like, something. I'm like, man, there's something to this. But it seemed like everything we covered in the last couple of days where it relates to her story has manifested. Everything that's been said, everything you've covered is coming into play. It's like these people are being diligent. They're on top of it. And
Hmm.
I'm grateful that these parents are not letting up on him just because he's worth $45 million. No,
Right,
we
right,
know
right.
you got that daddy done change had a change of heart. And I'm seeing the pro
Daddy
black
man.
because baby, that daddy say we trying to understand why come you ain't having nothing to say. We can't reach you. I said, oh, he's done changed. I said he went from being soft spoken. So I hear the stronginess. I hear the melanin in his voice. I said that daddy is mad. I said, now the mom is broken. I feel my heart goes out to that mom because she is just so numb to the fact that her daughter is no longer here and she don't understand why. I'm the last one to talk to her, and I just don't understand why she's not here anymore. But that daddy ain't playing no games. He's not playing any games with this man. And I was grateful when I read it and it said, fiance is being held for questioning. I was like, oh, okay, they got him. I said, so he thought he was just gonna get away and wasn't gonna be having to give an account for what happened and whatever. We know that you got angry and got mad at that young lady and you just lost it. Just tell it. Go ahead and just admit to your wrong so the situation can be corrected. Because if not, you keep on with this rabbit hole you run, it's gonna be bad for you. It's going to get bad, and I pray that she has a defense team that's going to just rip him apart. I really do, because we all know you're behind this, and everything is just adding up. I mean, they're going back and they're gathering all the photos that she's ever taken with you, and in every photo, he's never shown any happiness or that he's glad that he's with her. Beside, he's agree, deceitful, envious. In every picture that he's taken with her, he's looked differently.
Yeah.
And like I said, even with them on this trip, have you noticed the zebras and the lions? All these animals had looked some type of way when they've had to be in a picture with him. Even the locals, the two men. I wouldn't be surprised if he's paid someone in that hotel to help him to dispose of her, to cover all this up, because I know he didn't do it alone. He's had some help, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's paid with him being worth millions, that he's paid someone to help him do this job. And when it all comes down to it, it's going to fall on whoever has helped him. And I really don't believe the hotel should be held responsible, because they were the one to notify her family of what happened, and they're giving a account of what happened. And this, I don't think if they were providing them with some insight, that they wouldn't be able to get all the feedback and put two and two together to know that, okay, it's making
But
sense.
listen to this though,
Something's
Bridge.
happening.
I think that they giving them just enough so that they won't be, because to me, with this happening so many times at that same villa, that same safari, I think that's like some hotel people who work there.
It's
That's
possible you're right that they're to keep from being liable, accepting response, keep from a lawsuit, that they're going to give enough or even give more to kind of remove themselves out of the situation. Because the dad said that I heard someone say that there was no cameras, but I heard the dad say that they have already requested surveillance. So I don't know
And
if
I'm gonna say this: with those type of things, I know they have cameras in certain areas. They probably going to have cameras like in the villa part, like the lobby part and stuff like that. Now we still don't know where the actual altercation was. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that's true.
because the way they
There's a place
explained
that
it, they said they separated them to two different rooms. So me just sitting back thinking, then they did get into it like in the lobby area or something, and everybody was like, oh no, let's separate them. So hopefully it is on camera, because if that argument is on camera right there, that's probable cause right there. That's it. That's
Because
it.
you would even think a place as extravagant as where they were, it has to be some type of surveillance cameras or something to I mean, you know, to protect those who are staying there. I mean, I just don't see it not being no cameras. I mean, you know, like you said, may not be in the villa, the part they're staying, because of you know, what I want to say, security measures. I mean, you know, privacy measures. But I'm
Right.
sure on, like, in the lobby or in, you know, in the actual hotels, you know, part, there has to be some type of camera somewhere, you know. And but it's coming out. And you know, in days to come, I see it. I tell you, by next week, baby, they're gonna have a case. This man,
So did she
I tell you,
request
he
separate
got
rooms
somebody
on
to
this
sign
trip?
up. He don't already got his representations on hand, because he knows what's lies up ahead. He's already done kind of pretty much done talk to his lawyers and give them heads up. It's a possibility. This is what's happened, because you know they can't disclose or even share what he's done. He done shared with them, so I'm sure he done given an account of what happened, why he was there at the villa, so that he can be able to have his team, his defense team, in play when it's time for them to represent him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's the reason why he did what he did, because he knew, you know, that he not dealing with them type of parents. He dealing with parents that love their child, and he had to know that they were going to do something, and I think that was part of his plan to get her out of the country. I think that was a part of the setup by Todd too.
So they request the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait until they request that, and see communication. What was he texting? It's a Karen somewhere. It's a Karen somewhere, and she's gonna come out before you. Laugh at me, but I'm telling you, it's a white woman somewhere, baby. She got her hand all in this, and her money is gonna help him try to get out of this. But they gonna drain her dry too. I promise you, it's a woman somewhere, YT woman somewhere that got her
So
hands in it.
she gonna help him get out of it. That's his backup plan.
Yeah, there's a Barbie. She's somewhere. She's into this. You know, I know he has some infatuation with smelling type women, but yeah, there's one. See, because you know they run to them when they get in trouble to help them get out of trouble. You know, he got a fetish with black women. He used them, you know, to kind of satisfy his fetish, to make him feel young again. But the YT women, he uses them to kind of help when he's in trouble, because he wants that. He wants the what is it, the lineage, the leverage, and all
The
that they
privilege.
have, you know,
The
the
privilege.
privilege and all that they have, you know, with society. So that's what he's going to use her for.
Okay, thank you, Miss Bridget, for your intake. Hey, it's done. What you think about this?
Oh, okay. What's popping besides me? I want to say shout out to the braids first.
Okay.
On your head, they pretty. Shout out to them
Well, no,
first.
you know these is my locks, boo. I just
Well, oh,
added
your
some.
lock. Well, show what you know the locks, whatever you know.
Yeah,
What?
I
Oh,
just added some hair at the
okay.
end.
Well, okay then.
This all me. It was except
Well,
the
all right.
end. So.
Well, all right. Well, I want to say first, I have dabbled in the snow. Never again. And I will say, as a black woman, I let him know. I set him down, face to face, eye to eye, lip to lip. Look, it's certain places you can't take me. The park, all that hiking and shit, we not doing that. If we ain't got no witnesses and stuff, you can't take me there. Also, if he came over to my house, I always rearrange my pews. So he won't know. They was never in the same spot. It is certain stuff that you cannot do. I don't trust them. Some of them can't even take me to my neighbor house. Okay, so that's what they do, and I study them. That's what they do. They take you somewhere excluded. I wouldn't be nowhere near no Tanzania. Out there with, but I wouldn't even go to the local Piggly Wiggly with some of them. You can't trust them. So he thought, he think a lot of black people don't love their kids and don't like their kids and stuff. I mean, that's what they do. Once they get down to the nitty gritty in that phone and see what he been Googling and what he's searching and all that other stuff, he will go down like gravity. I don't know why they just won't break up. They just won't get a divorce. I don't know why they always take this route. It don't never work.
Well, the crazy part about it is he wanted to marry her. He engaged. He actually proposed to her on the birthday trip. That's why we feel like it was a setup by Todd and some type of life insurance.
That's to throw us off. But we know what's going on.
We do. Well, thank you,
sister. Yeah, you welcome.
Just stay up here. Who is next? Mr. Big.
What's going on? I honestly, I felt like she was out there selling cat. I feel like he tried to save her, and then he went through her phone and found out, what she about, and he couldn't handle himself, and he had to offer. He couldn't deal with it. That's what happened, in my opinion.
Are you okay?
I'm just saying what I see all the time, man. I feel like she was out there doing business. I think he fell in love. He tried to play Captain Save him. He fell in love with her, and then he found out what she really about, and now she no longer.
Tasha, you got some tomatoes.
He gave.
We disagree on that one.
Hold on, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. First of all, I think that you haven't really done. I don't think you've done your research enough for that comment, but I understand where you're coming from in a sense of, because she's an IG model, those are the type of things that IG models, quote unquote, do. But let me give you some context to this story. They've been dating for a year and a half. Now, was it some type of sugar daddy thing going on? Yeah, but they were actually in a relationship. Like, people knew they were in a relationship, all of that. This trip was planned and paid by him. Mind you, from this information that I got, she was already planning her own trip. He wanted to take it over, set up by Ty, Bridget. He wanted to take it over and have it as a surprise for her. She did not know she was finna get proposed to when she got on this trip. I think what you said is a little bit some truth to it. He found out that she was still dealing with somebody that he didn't want her dealing with. And he couldn't take it. And he snapped. Now,
Lord, we as black women can't never catch a break.
But like I said, I'm from Oakland, California. I know an escort when I see one, and she was one. She got caught up in the game, played the game, and now she. No, that's not true at all. I'm from, like I said, I'm from Oakland, California.
They ain't got
I
nothing to do
know
with
an
nothing.
escort when I see one. You know what I'm saying?
Just
She was one of them.
projecting.
I mean, it is what it is. Y'all can say all you want to. He took her back. He gave her a free ride back to Africa. Now look at her.
Now, and look at you. Still not in that woman's tax bracket. Go ahead on.
we're gonna go ahead and I appreciate your opinion, but when you start getting disrespectful, you gotta drop down. You gotta drop down, Mr. Biggs, because that's not what we gonna do. I understand that y'all are a little plexed about black women choosing to deal with high powered or different color men and all of that. I get it. I don't know what
they
you
hate
consider,
when we don't date broke.
I don't know what you consider a gold digger, but this baby right here, she had money, and that's the reason why she was dealing with him. Because unfortunately, a lot of our melanin men, they don't have it. Now, I'm not saying that it's some that do. And it sounds like to me you might be one of the ones that's still in that process,
He
sweetie.
don't even got
So,
aluminum. So I know we not digging for gold.
I don't know what he got. I'm like, he just projected with her saying that she was a gold digger. I'm gonna do a little bit of projecting myself with you, because I'm like, I don't know where that came from. But again, I agreed with some of the things that he was saying. I can honestly agree with some of the things that he was saying, but majority of it, like how you trying to come across like, oh well, that's what she get. I'm gonna need y'all to have the same energy when some other black male gets unalived by a white tea woman or a Mexican woman or their preference. Okay, when that happens, don't get on nobody's panel talking crazy, talking about y'all just don't let this the reason why we don't mess with y'all. And that's the reason why we don't mess with y'all. Because to be honest with you, before anything, this is a woman. And it ain't even got nothing to do with her being black. This is a whole woman that was lured over to a whole nother country and did not come back home. So again, y'all got to be careful with your tongue. This is just a word of advice to you, big I even forgot your name or whatever. When you spill out certain things like that, you got to be careful that it don't come back around on your daughter or your granddaughter or your niece or your sister or even your mother. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, they doing stuff to older women too now. You know that, right? They don't give a damn, especially if your mama got some money, friend. Yeah.
A lot of black men think we supposed to date broke and we supposed to sit at the bottom of the barrel. No, we like luxury. We like nice things as well. And if they can't give it to them, you need to go where somebody else can. But when they go over there with Susanna and stuff, majority of the time we don't even give a damn. They want to bring us into it. We be over here on the beach sipping cocktails, and they over here bringing us into it. They hate when we do not date broke. They hate it.
Mr. Biggs, Mr. Big, this is the thing. You got dropped down for a reason. I'm gonna let some other people come up, but this is not going to be an argument of preference. That's not what this is. Because if this was a black man that did it, I would be on his ass like white on rice as well. I need you to understand that about me. I don't give a damn. A man, period, shouldn't be doing this to no woman. I don't give a fuck if she is a gold digger. Then what are you? If she's a gold digger, then what are you? Because you're putting the gold out as a carrot to try to most of these men. First of all, he too old for her in a sense of certain things that he was doing. Y'all be baiting after girls at 18 trying to be one of the first people to do something with them. Sweetie, what I need y'all to understand is that y'all patriarch is coming down, because the veil has been lifted from women. We don't need y'all. We need you to love us. That's what we need you to do unconditionally. But we don't need your money. So when you get up here and you start calling people names like gold digger and she got what she deserved and all of that, again, when the shoe gets on the other foot, because we all know that it's finna come up. Somebody gonna get unalive by their preference. And when we get on here, see, y'all don't like it when we get on here and be like, yeah, and this and that, and yeah. Then it's, y'all are always, this is the reason why black men don't want y'all, because y'all know. And again, this is the reason why black women don't feel safe around you. What you were saying, you have every right to say what you want to say. But when you get to the point where you feel so good that you want to disrespect the dead, y'all was already disrespecting her, calling her all types of whatever when she was alive. At least have that dignity when a person is, and then she was unalived. At that, she didn't even know this shit was gonna happen. She moved away from the men like you. Y'all say I don't mess with women like that. So she went over to a whole nother entity, and guess what? Her decision for doing that does not garner him taking her life. It doesn't. I don't give a damn. Now, do I side eye her? after I done seen some of the comments and stuff that I done seen and some of the responses that she done gave, I have, friend. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we, y'all? We was like, well, yeah, but that still don't give no right, because we're women. We're talking about this in a direct sense of being a woman and falling in love and trusting a man. See, y'all looking at the color right now. Y'all looking at the preference because y'all want to be right. When if you want to be right to your woman, and they won't go over to this side, period. If some of y'all quit snapping your wrists so damn fast, try to get you some coochie first before you figure out if you want to go this goddamn. I love all my babies. I love y'all. But please, don't come over here. Don't do that, friend. Now, don't make it seem like we just the pro. It's everybody. Everybody. We all got a piece of this pie. It takes, you can cut a pie in 4 ways, 8 ways, 16 ways. And you can split it down the middle. It's y'all, we all got a piece of this motherfucking pie. So don't get up here on this panel trying to make it seem like because she picked a certain person, that's the reason why she deserved it. That's not cool. Now, the consequences, hey, I get it, friend. I get it. But y'all got to stop doing it. Y'all got to stop. This is where we are very desensitized. And this internet has literally, and then the crazy part about it be people, I ain't gonna say like you, but it'll be people like if something happened to your son and you need the internet to help you figure out who pum your son, you gonna come to this internet and you gonna ask us to help you. But you gonna forget that you just sat up here on this panel, and I'm not wishing nothing on your, if you got a son or nothing. I'm just using this as an example. You gonna get up on this panel and you gonna be disrespectful to the same women that's gonna go hard for you. If I'm on a panel full of men, I'm gonna watch what I say and how I say it, because I don't want to offend anybody. I'ma still have my opinion. Y'all still gonna be a little sorry sometimes, but I'm gonna be respectful. I'm never gonna get up there and be like, you always niggas, y'all motherfuckers. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, well, y'all ain't right either now, friend. Y'all don't be doing shit either. Seemed like she might have been a little money hungry to me. You could have said money hungry. That we probably would have all been like, well, yeah, that's the kind of the lifestyle she had. You right. You came straight out with the she a gold digger, and I already see what type of woman she is. How do you know? You don't know. You ain't even. Did you see her parents? Hell, she's a suburban girl. She ain't no hood bitch. She is not sexy red. She didn't growed up with that type of stuff. She went into it. Her friends are Caucasian. So you projected the wrong one. That's something that's going on with you. And I hate that. I hate that sometimes that a woman hurts a man like that so bad. And every woman has to, if you look like her, act like her, or have any type of resemblance of what she does, they're going to call you that. Now, I done went on a tangent because you know, and again, I ain't no disrespect, because I'm not that type of panel. Anybody will tell you, I let you say what you want to say, because it's your opinion. And I if you still in here, I end up letting you back up here so you can rebuttal. But please do not. The moment that you get disrespectful, I'm gonna have to pull you down. And you might not even be being disrespectful towards me. I'm just saying, period. We're not going to disrespect women in here, and we're not going to disrespect men. We can sit in here and talk about what men do, but we don't disrespect them. It's a lot of women that come up on this panel that say they love they black men, but they also hold them accountable and say the things that they do. And sometimes you guys get upset when that's said and try to make it seem like someone is bashing you when that's not the case. Now, you done took this whole story on a whole nother damn tangent because of what you said up here. Okay? Go. What's the name? Miss Ebony. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, hello. Sorry. Thank you for having me on here. I was just gonna say that my biggest thing is I'm starting to notice that people just need to like take time and know who's in their presence, not be blinded by what the person is saying or what the person is doing for you, but really looking and seeing what kind of character they have. Because I'm not saying it's a YT thing or a BLK thing, but basically like just getting to know what kind of person you dealing with. Because it's a lot of people that you think they're one way, you might not pay attention to the red flags. Because I mean, I recently had experience with one of my friends from 20 years. And I seen all the red flags, but I kept holding on to different things to the point where finally I seen the real side. So I think the bigger lesson is don't ignore the red flags. And back to her, like this story is like really confusing to me. But what I'm holding on to is the fact that if you're engaged with somebody and something happened to them at a place where you took them to, I would be doing everything I can to speak out. I would be doing everything I can to bring the body back. He's not doing any of that. And to me, that lets me know something's not right.
Right. I agree. Hey guys, y'all mute up for me real quick because the feedback be kind of going off and stuff. I agree. Thank you so much, Miss Ebony, for your insight. Miss Jeanette, you next. I still got two more people that are not. Was you trying to come up here, Allie? I don't think so. Cause baby, she got the whole TV show playing in the background, friend. We hear everything. Okay. Asia, I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. Let me let D Major. You go ahead and go next. Asia is a regular. She'll be up.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Such unfortunate situation that happened, and I had an interesting theory. I wonder. Obviously, now we're finding out that they had altercation, right? So, obviously, it wasn't probably the first time. You know, you're in a relationship with somebody. People go through their ups and downs and stuff like that. So, I'm thinking, right? She may have had some red flags in her brain, like about the dude before they even went away. And, when they were away on that vacation or whatever, of course, they got into an altercation there. But I think, okay, yeah, maybe he found out maybe something about her or whatever. But I think in some ways, like how in certain ways, like people that know stuff, they say if anything happens to me, I didn't kill myself.
I
Type
know
deal.
exactly what you're talking about.
So she being an influencer, right? She may not have announced it to her viewers, but I feel like she may have been smarter than what a lot of people might know, where she would document everything by video, by pictures, and just in case something happened. To me, she strikes me as a very brave woman to go to the length of taking the pictures as evidence, taking the videos as evidence, that if anything should happen, she probably suspected, but I'm sure some of you have seen like certain skit videos where, especially for women, because unfortunately they wind up as victims to these domestic disputes. You've seen where the woman in the skit flashes a signal to another woman saying that she's in trouble without, it's like, tell me you're in trouble
That's
without
right.
telling me you're in
Blink
trouble.
once if you blink twice if it's something
Right,
going
right,
on.
right.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Yes.
matter of fact, Blink Twice was a movie,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, and this is just an interesting question. I'm wondering if she really had a high suspicion. Like she may have played him, like in the degree that you don't think I know what you all about,
Right.
but I know
Right.
what
Right.
you all about. And I'm gonna show my influencers, my viewers, that I know what you all about, and I'm gonna document everything digitally. That in case anything should hit the fan, not only are my parents gonna come for you, but wonderful people like you guys are going to have conversations and certain teams to come together to put evidence together to look up old feeds about him, because I'm telling you, the internet now is very accessible to everybody, where everybody could come together like a jury,
When I say
never
they
mind a
don't play,
lawyer.
we do not play. When
We do not
especially
put,
when we harp on something, we like, oh, we finna find out.
especially as us black folk. Okay,
Oh, we
if
listen. I will say this. Let me tell you this.
yeah.
I have to give it to to some of the Caucasian women too, because baby, they be on it. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
They be on it, especially when it's
For
stuff
sure.
like this. Because I seen one YT lady, she was upset. When I say she is she has done what a lot of people are doing. Ooh, Kaya. I just got some emails. Kaya just sent me some pictures of it.
Okay.
Okay, y'all no, just go ahead and land your
No,
plane.
but that's
Then
that's
the
what I'm
next person,
saying
I'm gonna
though.
look this
But
up.
see now, like the email you got, that's what I'm saying. Like the resources we have, right? So I think, see now by the look on your face, I can't wait to hear.
Oh, y'all, this look like him for real. Okay,
Okay.
let me collect myself so I can
No,
deliver it the
you do
right
your
way
thing.
and stuff.
But I just want to say that I think she was a lot smarter than what people let on, what people probably think. And she probably is like, you know what? Let me start documenting some stuff, blah, 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 blah. I don't, even if it's the cost of my life, I'm gonna blow up this dude's stuff. So he can get himself caught to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think we're gonna see that unfold in the next few days to weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say.
Well, thank
Thanks
you
so
But
much.
so
it
much.
seems like from her pages, she protected him. She really loved him. I mean, because even when people had ugly things to say about him, she ran to his defense. She got on top of it. I mean, and prior to this relationship, she has no other relationship or no other man on her page.
Don't. I
Prior to
peeped
this
that too, Miss
relationship.
Bridget. She
And I thought that was interesting that someone as beautiful as her, I'm sure she's dated other people or was involved, but there's no other man on her page prior to this relationship. And I thought that was interesting that it was like that. And prior to him, it was just her living her best life. And I thought, I was like, okay, that's interesting. She has nobody else on here, past relationships, but he's all over this page. And like I said, she would rip people to shreds when they would say something about them. She would let them know that, hey, I like what I like. This is what I like. As a little girl, I dreamed of having biracial children. And it's just who I am. And I can relate to that because my oldest son, I always knew he was different. When he was a little boy, that's the only kids he ever played with. I mean, he didn't show any animosity towards the little black kids, but it was just something different from different in him. And even now as a grown man, I mean, he dates a YT woman. I have biracial grandchildren, but I don't play like that. Don't do no disrespect.
right.
We ain't gonna do that. But she had a preference. She liked what she liked, and you could just tell from her parents where she grew up. That's what she grew up. Like you said, she grew up in the suburbs. She grew up around a prominent neighborhood, kids, and I mean, all her pictures, all her friends was, most of my friends are, other persuasions, but it don't make me not, hold to where I come from. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a strong black woman had me. You know what I'm saying? I come from struggle, but it don't make me any less, and it don't
What
make
do
me
you
any
mean? What do you mean
more to
excuses?
anybody else.
What do you mean excuses? It's not an excuse. What when we're saying, we're just saying what her dynamic is. That's what she wanted. Nobody. I think a lot of
Right.
y'all
That's
think
just
that
a man
people.
who got some insecurities and he wants somebody to kind of show him some attentions, and we gonna block him out too. And
Yeah, go
because he
ahead.
got some issues as well.
And
But
you
I
black
mean,
too, Lord Jesus. You
Hey
probably
sis,
you see
and the
you.
sad
And the
part
crazy
is just
part of
been
that is it be men like that, and they date white T women. It's like,
exactly.
why would you come in here and say stuff like that? It's like you want to deliberately be nasty, and it doesn't look good. Let me go to Miss what's the name, because she been up here for a while, Miss Savage, and then we'll go to Asia, and then Tasha, and then Miss Vanessa, if she's still on here. Miss Savage, are you still on here? Can you hear?
hey sis,
Okay,
I'm gonna drop down because I'm gonna head into my meeting.
go
So
ahead and say what you was gonna say, because she's
okay.
still muted up. If you got a
So
few
what I was gonna
seconds.
say is like there has been evidence that they were saying like people around her had already been saying that he was going to do something to her. And she did, jump to his defense or whatever. But I think a lot of us, when we look at our relationship, we can't see anything outside of what we are doing at the moment. The
Mm-hmm.
red flags were definitely there. There was definitely other situations that they had, but to her, it was gonna be okay. We
Right.
can't see, you know, the trauma and the detriment of what happens until you finally get out of that. That's why a lot of women have to be willing to get out of a situation, properly heal, and then you move on. Moving on doesn't mean that I have to give other people access to me again. I can forgive you. I can, hey, you got to stay over there. You can't come over here anymore, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be willing to heal, and we got to be willing to accept the red flags as they are and stop trying to color them other colors.
Mm. Come on now, my other professional on the panel. Yes,
Yes,
thank you,
ma'am.
sister.
You're welcome, love. I love you,
I
and I
love you
appreciate
more.
everything that you do. Like I said, I'm finna go into this meeting with these people, and
Okay,
yeah,
be good. Be good.
I'm gonna try.
Thank you so much, Miss Asia, because I think Miss Vanessa is on a phone call right now. Miss Asia, hey boo.
Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh man, so just to go back to some of this toxic male red pill stuff, just want to say that when black men are dating white women and they say, "Oh, I'm dating this white woman because black women are stupid or whatever their reasonings are that they hate the black woman." That's typically their reasoning for dating the white woman. Usually, when the black woman is dating the white man, it is because she feels safe. It is because she feels valued. He is loving her like she hasn't been loved before, and she's not saying it's because black men are this or black men are
Mm-hmm.
that, right? And so it's a very stark contrast in regards to how these biracial relationships are looked at. I can respect anybody for loving anyone that they love. At the end of the day, there's going to be toxicity in any race. I have a Russian friend who got pregnant by a Russian man, and he loved her right here in the U.S., took his butt right back to Russia, and she is a single mama here in the US, okay? He knows all of what he did to get her, to the point of pregnancy. And as soon as she had that baby, he took his butt right on back to Russia, where he got a whole nother life and forgetting all about her and his kids. So it doesn't matter what color you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what race you are. At the end of the day, you're going to have the good, the bad, and the indifferent. So I wish we could push past this crap where it's this attack on the woman because she got to be a gold digger. If she's a black woman that looks like she has some kind of soft girl life, the only way she can obtain that is by being somebody's bed wench. Is just it's obscene to me when we have as black women in the United States of America became the most educated. right? So how is it that if we have decided that we were going to seek education, step into roles of leadership, right, all throughout corporate America, all to the point of where in 2025 we saw the straight up attack on over 300,000 Black women in leadership positions across America be fired, not because they weren't qualified, but because they were Black.
I was one of them.
Oh,
I
so
was one of them. So when people say, "Oh, y'all are just throwing those numbers out," those people
no,
didn't know. You're looking at one of them right here.
this is
Okay,
real.
just understand and know that it's definitely real.
This is
And
real.
again, nobody. I think a lot of people. I think a lot of men think that we like, oh, y'all just always complaining. No, we actually don't. When we don't say nothing, it's kind of it like what she said. It's like you throwing these stereotypes on us. But this young woman had money. She had money. She was making anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month because of the lifestyle that she was portraying to people and doing. She was living her best life, buying Gucci, Prada, and Fenty, going
And
on trips.
realistically, let's talk about this, right? So if you have Black women that have excelled in entrepreneurship as well as is an avenue in which Black women have successfully commandeered over the last 5 to 10 years, right? So you have all of these women who position themselves in corporate America, decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this for myself, right? Taught the game to other young women, right? And got these women coming up. So now in this influencer industry, these young girls between the ages of 20 and 30 have been able to become millionaires just off of social media alone.
They have.
So once they have gotten to that
Yeah.
point, who exactly are you expecting them to date when you have a whole group of men, and I don't care what color they are because they all talk the same, saying that you have to dismiss who you are, self-abandon who you are, take down some of your expectations in regards to what you want me as your man to do for you because I'm just supposed to, I'm supposed to say what needs to happen and you're supposed to follow my lead and that's it. Right? At the end of the day, we don't have enough men in the pool that have leveled up and have evolved regarding emotional intelligence and have their own set of values and boundaries, right? These are
Just
men.
like somebody said on I seen a guy that said on there, it's literally, let's just say you in a, well, young lady said this, you're in a classroom. This is an example that I want men to understand when and I know some men understand this. Just think about being in a classroom, right? And it's 15 people in the classroom. It's only the lady said two, but I'm gonna give them three. It's three men in the room. So that means they gonna have three times. I mean, three divided by 12. That's four women. They gonna have four women apiece. Mind you, out of one of them men, one of them is gay. So we gonna scratch him out because he one of our friends and he want them too. Okay, so that means he got six more that he plus a potential that's going after him. So y'all have when when we say that men, first of all, we choose to mess with y'all, but y'all are the ones who quote unquote have to pick us to be with. I don't like saying that because I guess that's where they get the pick me kind of talk from. But so you got to understand, it's literally like four cats fighting over a dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's not nobody, like she said, some of us are not gonna get married. And that is I need for people to understand that when we sit up here and we continue to tell women, even myself, and I'm not never saying that I'm not gonna ever get with nobody. I'm not saying that I might have somebody right now. Y'all don't know what the hell. I'm just saying, period. We have to be realistic and let people know that you might not end up with nobody. We telling these girls that, oh, just keep doing this and keep being this person and doing this and doing that, and then he's gonna come. That's that Disney princess syndrome shit. He's not gonna come. You gotta be able to do that shit for yourself. And it took me 40 some years to figure that out. And I'm having to retrain myself because anytime you get in a situation, your body and your mind automatically goes into thinking fairy tale shit. And this is what she was thinking. She's already said it. She had already said it. Something happened between her mama and her daddy that she seen that made her feel like I'm not going over to no black man again. I didn't see what my mama then went through, and now I see how she's being treated by this person. So this is like she said, ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted. This is what like what she was how she said what she said AJ what she was defending. You see what I'm saying? So it's again, like you said, we get so caught up in the black and white of it. We're not looking at the woman part, because guess what? Not only I can only speak from a black woman's point of view, but I need y'all to understand that white women are going through this as well. They're just quiet about it. They're just sitting there not saying anything. And that's the reason why
But they're not.
sometimes
They
black
are
men do go
definitely.
over to them, because they know they're not gonna say nothing.
Oh no, they're definitely on TikTok talking about their husbands and their baby daddies
Are
too.
they coming out? Come
Oh,
on.
they talking about them,
I'm
honey. They
so
talking about
proud
this
of my
one right there.
girl. Yeah, get him, Becky.
Oh,
Get his
that,
ass, Sarah. Get
baby,
him,
they touching
Sarah.
the ceiling now, child. They are
Get
tired.
him.
They
Get
tired.
their asses. I'm glad.
Okay. When I say the attack is on the women,
It's
I
the
mean,
women.
we feeling it across the rainbow, child. Okay. Now,
Jesus.
at the end of the day, this is why I'm saying it's like at this point, we just knock it off when it comes to the racism, when it comes to all of this other stuff. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter who you are with. Jimmy can whoop your butt, but on the golf course, the same way as Javante will whoop your tail in the trap house.
Charlie,
Okay, okay.
Hernandez,
Hello. So so so
all of them
so
be doing it.
so
Do you
so
hear me?
let's stop it. Let's stop it. And then let's also be accountable, black men, to say, you know what? Hey, maybe I am toxic, because I'm certain that a lot of y'all are single, been divorced, can't keep a woman, gotta date down, gotta date younger. And like I told one of my homeboys, I said, hey man, look man, I see how you handle these women. You're gonna have to get them at the age of 20, because they're gonna have a 5 to 6 year span with you before they start to grow up. That frontal lobe will close, they will realize you ain't nothing, and you're gonna have to keep them in cycle. And that's exactly how that man been living his life for the last 15 years. You have not matured. We are missing maturity here, right? And so
And
these
then the
men,
ones that are mature, the ones that do have everything going for them, I think that they just like they hiding because they like it's too many of them. I can't pick.
and at the
I
end of
don't
the
know who
day,
to pick. I'm
some
just
of
like,
those,
what's going on?
well, those are some of the quote unquote high value ones where they want you to self abandon. So forget everything you accomplished to this point, right? I need to be the leader. We can't, I don't want to bump heads with you at the
Oh, no, I
top.
can't do that. I can't
But
do
you
that.
dealing with women that are the table. Like one guy asked me some years ago when I had thought I wanted to date and kindly decided to change my mind. Within 2.5 seconds of the conversation, so yeah, let me ask you, what do you bring to the table? I got quiet because I just knew you couldn't have been talking to me. Baby, I am the table, the place settings and everything else. What are you bringing to the table? Okay?
Try when somebody asks you that. Well, try what if a man tell you, I'm the damsel in distress out there. I was hoping you was gonna rescue me.
Well, see, that's the thing. And that's what they want, right? And obviously, women in this country have not been able to be damsels. When we have been damsels, and vulnerable, we have become victims, right? So we have had to, in our own ways, because we all don't evolve the same. Some of us have decided to, just stay in a relationship until we couldn't anymore. And then once that relationship is over, we just give ourselves to our kids and we say, forget it. I don't even want to be in the dating world anymore. Then we got others that's like, I'm still going to try. I want to try. I'm just going to keep jumping from bed to bed to bed to bed. But then you end up with the same spirit and a different person, right? We have to get to a point to where we understand our own values, where we have our boundaries set, when we are able to confidently speak to who we are. And if a man can't match you, if a man is intimidated by you saying, I make a good, strong 6 figures, my intention is to travel twice a year. I have a girls trip that I have annually, right? That will be happening regardless to who I'm with. If that man shrinks in that, he's not your man. Take it for what it is. And like you said, we are not all going to end up married. We have too many gay men running around here. We got it's too many things going
And
on.
that ain't nothing wrong with men being
I
who
am
they are.
fine with people
We
being who they are, but
we want you to be who
realistically,
you are, baby.
yeah,
Please. I don't want nobody.
realistically.
Let me put my face in the camera. Miss Tasha Love. Y'all know I got a
Mm-hmm.
special place in my heart for the community. I fucks with the community. But we're talking about, because I don't want it to get it
Statistics.
misconstrued. We're
No, no,
talking
no.
about statistics and the fact that yes, it is going to be a lot of women. Doesn't matter what color you are. Some of us are going to have a high percentage than others, but a lot of women are not going to get married. And I think that that's something that I'm on my platform. I want people, I'm not saying marriage is not a good thing. If we can get you married to the right person, that is the object. That is the goal. Okay. That's the ultimate goal, is for you to, because I need y'all to understand, we are put on this earth to communicate with each other, to love each other. If we don't have that connection with each other, we will wither away like a flower. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why so many people are angry, upset. It's so much mental anguish going on, because we're not communicating and having that connection with each other like we used to. COVID fucked that up. If you can think about pre-COVID and now, we got, you can't even say hello to somebody in the store because you don't know how they feeling or what their mind is. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a different thing, but I need for young women to understand it's okay being single. It's okay. We're going out the society that had back in the day. Yes, it was something wrong with you or whatever because of the values and the lifestyle that was. The values and the lifestyles that we have now are totally different. Totally different. And we have to understand that single is a value of as well. You don't want to know how you valuable being single? That's because you're not putting yourself in a position to where you got to go attack somebody's son or daughter because they not treating you right. You at least putting the strife on you and saying, hey, you know what? I know I'm probably not ready for no another situation right now. I'm going to stay single and work on myself and just date and have fun with other people and stuff, right? I'm not going to go pursue someone else like AJ said. I'm not going to pursue someone else because this other person didn't stop talking to me. And I feel like in society eyes, I have to have somebody on my arm for me to get respect. And it is absolutely not true. It is absolutely not true. Your relationship status does not define who you are. It is a part of who you are, and it's an extra thing. But I need some of the girlies to understand and know that it's okay being single. Sometimes that is the best thing to do, and it's a matter of life or death, because you are so, I want to be blunt. Sometimes we be gullible. We be so damn gullible. We don't be seeing shit like what's the name said. We don't see the red flags. We be trying to paint them green, and it don't be that. Men too, because a lot of these men, the reason why they talking about a certain type of female, because that's the female that they attracted to, and that's the ones that they want us to be. But they don't want us to be that to them. They just want it. They want to be able to have that on their arms. And when you not, you see what I'm saying? They want you to be a slut, but they don't want you to be one in front of everybody else. So sometimes they're picking women who are, hey, I'm a slut 24/7. You can't turn me on and turn me out, sir. This what you asked for. This what you want. I'm finna, what? I can't, no. Then when you get a person who can actually be a chameleon, you don't want them because they ain't your type. Same with women. We got to get that type out there. My type is probably 2 inches shorter than me. And I'm just finna have to get off of, you see what I'm saying? I just gotta be, I'm gonna have to take my shoes off all the time and throw my hip to the side and go down a little bit. It's okay. He probably a good man, Savannah. You understand? Sometimes we gotta go there. Baby, boom, Miss Vibes, go ahead. You've been so patient. I'm
Hi.
sorry.
Oh, no. First, I want to just say a quick prayer for Ashlee. and her family.
Yes, go ahead.
I live in Zanzibar. I'm an American entertainer in Zanzibar. I have lived in Africa many years. I will tell you, I had to find out through Swahili TV. I didn't even know. I jump on here today and I see you're live. I'm getting filled in a little bit and have been in connection with our media here. And I will tell you, just from what I know from our Rafikis, I'm sorry, Rafiki is a friend in Swahili. Dada is sister. So
Okay.
Ashlee was our Dada because she loved our country of Zanzibar. And she also went to safaris, as you see in your picture.
I did.
But what I can say from what I've heard just coming back from America to what's going on is to let everyone know Zanzibar, we have the best president. We have the best government. We have the best police. And my good friend, the detective, that will be on her case. That not to worry. People were worried, the rumors of bribes with this fella, this guy. I know nothing about the story or him. It's just all coming in now. But what I do know, that the love, the peace, and what her family will receive coming from our country of Zanzibar, in our country, our entertainers, our musicians, our actresses, they will have so much love, so much respect for this young lady and her beautiful family. I'm also going to look into how are we going to communicate with her family and make sure that her family gets to Zanzibar or has an American contact like myself that can assist them in any way with
Yes.
Swahili, with our ways. And I will say one thing: if Ashlee did not take her own life, I have full confidence in our government, with our president, that the truth will prevail. I believe that God is overlooking her. This happened in the most peaceful country in the world besides Oman. So there's going to be so much prayer, so much drumming, so much community, that our community is so strong. That's why we don't need a lot of police. These things don't really happen on our island. We don't really have
It
crime.
seems like
We
it's
have love.
outside things that happen. It's not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual community. I
yeah,
am
yeah.
so
And that's
honored
what's
to be able
so,
to have you up here. That is amazing because they're 10K away from the money that they need to go to
oh,
come over. So they're coming. They're coming like within the next, probably in the next 24 to 48 hours. So what I
oh,
want to do is try to, I followed you back. I'll
okay.
get your information and I'll pass it on to someone that is close to the family. That way you'll be
Oh,
an option just in case when they get there. Oh my God, that would be so great because they are literally having to do so much just to go
yeah.
over there and get their daughter. So
Yes.
I would
Oh, I can't
absolutely,
even
if you
imagine.
can, just send me your info. I would do that. I'll get that
Yes.
over to somebody that can hopefully get in contact with you to help with the translation
Yeah.
and everything because they're going to need that.
Everything. They're going to need so much support. Even when I moved over there and, our internet, our phones are different. My family too went through that, and my friends, because they panicked. They couldn't get a hold of me, you know. But the good thing is, they now know all my friends and family, my management, my team, but anything, my heart just breaks to know that this lovely girl lost her life, no matter how it was or who it was with. Um, it's just, I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
I am
You're
heartbroken. heartbroken that somebody came to this beautiful place that, like I said, I moved to after COVID because the way America was so different. It was not even an America I knew. And I too come to a beautiful country where I had so much love, support, and teaching me so many things that after 2 months, I said, I'm moving here. I don't know my other life. So one thing I know that in my heart and through God, I flipped on this live and I met you, you know, and as a Dada from America and knowing that we are American, but by spirit, me and Ashlee are
Or die.
Tanzanian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want whatever connection you have to let them know that her story is being heard all through Tanzania, all over the world right now.
Well, I
And
want you to know that I do have another platform. I do have almost about 20K on YouTube, and
oh,
this actual live will be streamed over there. I'm gonna once I get
oh,
off of here. So it's a
oh,
lot of people that are on YouTube that are actually like we are like hands down, like everybody is on this, so we're
wow,
all
this is
giving out
beautiful.
information what we grab and get to
Oh,
everything is not going to be solid, but
yeah,
whatever information that we can get to help them figure out what happened to Ashlee. I've already
yeah,
told the people I'm gonna be on this because my daughter is about to be 31 and they literally look
oh,
exactly alike. Like if I was to show y'all a
yeah,
picture of my daughter, and I'm trying not to get, because my daughter is her, I have a mixed grandson,
hmm,
and that's why I say it's not about color for me, because
right,
my
right.
grandson's dad he's a good guy. They just didn't work out with each other, but they co-parent together, and he's a I know it's good guys in different cultures.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah. We
so
have the
but
best in Tanzania.
I but I do
Tanzanian.
also know that this situation is something in it that's not right. We're not getting all the
Yes,
information, and if
yes,
we can
yes.
get some information from the actual place where she was at. And I will
Really?
say this, a lot of people have been saying that the people that they have talked to at the villa have been extra nice, and they've been
Oh,
giving
yeah.
out as much information as they can without
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. We
having
don't put
to.
up with that in Zanzibar. They don't, and if the police don't get them, then the villages, the people of the communities, you don't steal there, you don't disrespect there. Everybody's loved. They don't know racism, like America. We're cursed with that instead of loving for just vibes and loving who we are and not looking at how we look. I've learned so much living in Zanzibar about the purity of love, of human decency, neighbors, friends. Um, the hotel is a wonderful hotel. It's got great management, great workers. It's a very respected place. And I know that the people, anybody that has seen or witnesses, I know in my heart and feel the Tanzanian pride and the pride of our island. They will
Request
do
that, Nay.
everything for that family. Yeah.
Mute up, Asia. Mute up. Thank you so much. I want
Thank
you to
you.
stay. I want you to stay up if you want. If not, just stay in the comments. And I
Yeah.
followed you.
Okay,
So
honey.
so I'll get
God
with you.
bless you.
God bless you too. And thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming up. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you because I
I
can't
just wanted
believe
to
that
give
I
her an
just
air
flipped that
hug.
on. Thank you so much. As we say in Swahili, nakupenda Mungu is
Oh,
I love you, God.
oh,
Yeah.
Nakapenda Amu. Oh,
Mungu.
Nahu.
Yeah. And Karibu, meaning welcome to Zanzibar.
Caribou. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Welcome to
Thank you
Zanzibar.
for that vocabulary.
Okay.
We love
Take care. Love you. Bye bye.
bye.
Sorry about earlier. I dropped. It was a call. I thought I was getting free Rockets tickets because we went to a game and I put my name in the entry and it wasn't that. But my daughter
Okay.
has been on here. I wanted her to speak because I know she has some. She has some ideas as to what's going on. So excuse
Okay.
me for yelling.
No, you fine. You fine. We gonna go down the line. Is she up here now?
She's able to join. She's
Okay.
yelling from the back. She might
Okay.
have a meeting. I don't know.
I think I got her. I think I got her requesting up. Okay,
Okay.
so Lexi, you know you a regular over here, friend. So you sit tight for me. Princess, I'm gonna we're gonna go down the line to Princess and then up under Princess, okay?
Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful.
Do
Hey.
you remember me from the other day I came on
I
here
do.
when you
I
first?
just was like,
Okay.
wait a minute, this one my niece pool right here.
Because
Okay.
I told you, I was like, everybody when this first came out was like kind of making this about race. I said, this has nothing to do about race. This is a man with money who's a narcissist,
Mm-hmm.
insecure, jealous of that girl. Like I knew because I told you it was very triggering for me because I've
You
been
did.
through something. Yeah. So I had already when the stuff started rolling out, they got into an argument so bad that they had to be separated into different rooms. Like I'm just like it's playing out in my mind like just how I knew this went down.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to speak to the last lady that came up too, that's from Zanzibar, because I'm a world traveler. I've been to 30 countries. And before I go to these countries, I kind of do my research because sometimes a lot of times I go solo. I take solo trips. So before, as a solo woman, like I want to know like these countries that I'm going to, how it is. Because crime happens everywhere, but
Right.
some places you feel a lot safer than others. And so I haven't been to Zanzibar yet. I plan on going there next month, actually. But I'm not going to lie, I have seen at least like 2 TikTok videos where Black women have experienced I think like they got their rooms broken into because of how
I did
Zanzibar is
see
set
that
up. Like,
too.
yes, I'm not gonna lie now, because their rooms are like outside and so they're accessible. And so I saw 2 TikToks where women have got like their rooms are broken in or they got robbed. So I see what she was saying, but she has to be honest. Like their crime happens everywhere. And so
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
she said that, and I think she did say that. She said it does happen, you know, as far as I think she's speaking on the crime within their like city,
okay.
but I do. We have because it's another girl, Denisha, that actually had an issue, and I think it was in the same result. I'm not for sure,
But it was
but
over there.
it was over
Yeah,
there.
I've heard that.
Mr.
So
Naim, I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm just trying to get everybody's thoughts out. And we gon' I got you. I promise you. Okay. I know you busy, but that means you might need to come back a little later when you not unbusy. Okay. we gotta. You know, we gonna go down the line. Okay. I do a part. You easy African. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you African. We listen. How you doing, brother? I'm glad you over here. We love to hear from you. Just hold tight for me, okay? All right, go on, princess. I'm sorry.
But yeah, my whole point was like I said, like the situation is very triggering. But I knew I already like had this figured out in my head. I'm like, this it's a young, beautiful woman. She's dealing with this older guy, with money, and not all men with money, but narcissist men with money are very controlling. They're manipulative. They're abusive. They want to control you because they feel like they're in control because I have the money. And she may have had her own money. I don't know her situation, but
Well,
I'm just
obviously he had more money than her because they was going to trips and stuff that they was taking. That was
exactly.
I never, but I just wanted to let it be known because the guy kept trying to make it seem like that's all she was going after. I don't think that was the case. I think she actually did like love
Me too.
him.
Me
You
too.
know what I'm saying? I think she loved him.
Me too. Me too, absolutely. I don't think she was going after him for his money. I believe she really loved this guy, and I know they had like, I mean, people have to understand trauma bonds are real. Okay, situations happen when you get entangled with these narcissist men, and people want to judge you and say, "Oh, what she shoulda, coulda, woulda did." First of all, when you're entangled with these men, it's so hard to get. Like, first of all, they like dangle love. Okay, it's like, how do I explain this? It's like they dangle love in your face, like they make it seem like love when it's not love. Like they'll disrespect you and try to control you and manipulate you, and then to make up for it, they're like, oh, here's bags and shoes and clothes, and let's take this trip around the world. Like they try to dress it up when it's really not love. But until you get out of that and you do your healing and you work on yourself, you're not gonna realize it. Like when you're in it, like they're dressing it up as love, but it's not. You know what I mean? I see the bigger picture now, but when I was in it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm dealing with this man. He has all this money. He treats me so good, but then he disrespects me, abuses me. It's like, and then another thing, when you go on these trips, you don't think they are gonna act up on these trips. It's
Yeah.
like you are in another country, in this beautiful country. It's so peaceful, so wonderful.
And
We're
you
in this
mad and
amazing
you want to
place.
argue?
Exactly. You just
Uh-uh.
spent all this money. Why would you want to come over here and act a fool? You never think it's going to happen, but it happens. And when I say it's not premeditated or planned, it'll be like something that simply triggers them. They may have seen something in your phone or just whatever, some small disagreement, and then they acting a fool in this whole other country. And you're like, I promise y'all, it happened to me. It'll never happen to me again. I'll travel by myself before I deal with a man who's not at peace with themselves. You want to be in a whole nother country causing chaos and confusion. But yeah, he's a complete narcissist. Did he unalive this girl is the question. Are there cameras at this hotel? I know the hotel is like, it's probably an outside setting. Is there hotels? Because they were separated in two different rooms. Did he go back in that room after they were separated? Is the big question.
Yeah. Well, he did. We know he did because he was the one who found her. There's no question that
Oh,
he
he
didn't go
found
back in
her.
there. He found her. They said he found her because because I'm not out, I'm outside. I'm walking Bella right now. But when I get back in the house, TMZ said that he went. They alerted. He alerted the people that she was unconscious, and when they came in, that he said that she had. Well, not him, but the people said that she had a article of clothing wrapped around her neck, and it was coming from
An
the bathroom
article
door.
of clothing.
It was not a. It wasn't a rope. It wasn't a noose like we
So
thought. It
you
was
can
a.
you can do that with an article of clothing,
I, I,
or was that placed around her neck?
Now, the first autopsy that they claimed that they put, well, I ain't gonna say autopsy, but the first people, because when the ambulance come or anything, the meds come, they always kind of give their analysis of what's going on because she was still quote unquote alive,
Mm-hmm.
or they resuscitated her back. They were saying she had bruises around her neck.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? So for me, what I'm thinking is. He choked her too hard. He choked her
yes,
too hard,
yes.
and he had to
And
think
hurried
fast.
up. Oh my gosh, he did it. He
And then
did it.
wait a minute, listen. Somebody in the chat said, hold on. Somebody in the chat, who was that? I'm gonna go down. Catherine. Catherine said, I heard that he was broke from the crypto. I'm hearing different things. I heard that he was broke too. Listen to me. You could be broke in crypto and still travel the motherfucking world and do what you want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the fact that he was with crypto, he probably was using somebody else's private plane. He probably got a hookup if he didn't pay for the villa and the setup. He probably had some type of hookup or somebody owed him something. And he was like, well, since you owe me this, just go ahead and set this up for me and X, Y, and Z. They do that with trade. See, that's how people get rich as well, too. See, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to trading because that's what they trade services and things of that nature.
Mm.
So I know someone who's in crypto, and baby, he be walking around this mug like he got all types of money. And if you go look at his bank account, his bank account probably look like mine. And I ain't saying mine is just horrible. It ain't what I want it to be, but you would think that him driving all these fancy cars and going to taking all these trips and stuff. Every time I get on Facebook, he in another city with some going in the Gucci store. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, You ain't got no money then. How you doing all of this? And it's that crypto. So the thing is right now crypto has had a big dip. But you know what I'm saying? Who's to say? A lot of people are speculating. Again, this is speculation, guys. This is not all of this. I do want to make sure I put that out there. This is yes, a lot of the things that we have brought to the forefront have come out to be true. But I do want to make sure I say, everything that we do say on here is alleged, and it is just the opinion of, even if I do get the information and they say it's true, I still say it's alleged. But I think that he definitely may have gotten a policy out on her, like telling her, like, okay, we're gonna get policies out on each other, so that I want you to know that it's real, like it's me and you, and X, Y, and Z. And he may have a policy sitting somewhere with this girl, and he gone, he out the face of the earth. And who's to say if he was able to get a death certificate or whatever he was able to do? You see what I'm saying? Thank you so much. So it's a lot of the fact that he did not help them parents or call them parents after the fact that they found out that she was officially gone.
That's a red flag.
That's the red
That's
flag,
a
right?
red flag. Why are
Red
you
flag.
not, if you are so innocent, if she really did this to herself, why are you not in constant communication? Like, oh my gosh, this is like, what? No, it's giving, it's giving guilty, it's giving red flags, it's giving you snap, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I don't think that girl did that to herself, especially now that you're saying it was with an article of clothing. Nobody gonna sit up and strangle themselves with a piece of clothing. Like, what?
Or a rope to me. I'm just not saying. I'm just telling you, we not gonna do that.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that.
I was going to say, okay, Princess, real quick, let me go down the line, because I be forgetting to be people up here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know y'all be like, come on, go to the next person. But thank you so much for your insight, Princess. Princess was on the live yesterday, and she was giving us some, and she said all of this yesterday. She was definitely on point. I thank you, baby. Okay, who was the next person? Is this Maddie? Lexi, I got you next, okay?
Hi, thank you for
Hi.
inviting me. Piggyback it off of the whole crypto thing. I just want you guys to know that a lot of crypto people, like the CEOs, people who make money out of crypto, they've been found to be unalived by somebody, or they have unalived themselves. So it is real. Like, he probably had like major anxiety. He saw how young she was, how beautiful she was, and how she was probably more than likely going to outdo him in life. And he couldn't stand the thought that, and I heard that I think they were on and off type of couple. So he decided to get back with her again when he realized that she was still thriving and living and breathing without him when he broke up with her. And then the whole, life policy insurance thing, I think that's not far-fetched either. He probably told her that you have to sign some documents. I'm going to take a life insurance out on you. You're going to take a life insurance out on me. So because there was so much age gap between both of them, like, she probably didn't have the frontal lobe development. Again, she's still young, and our frontal lobes develop later on in life. Like, she can foresee his manipulation, his narcissistic, abusive ways. Narcissistic people can put you on such a high emotional dopamine, thinking that they love you. And when you're eating with somebody, your guards go down, and then it's even different when you're sleeping with somebody, because you trust them. And narcissistic situations, when you're breaking up with a breakup, they are horrible. They could gaslight you to think that you're the most awful person. Like, you get caught, get off guard so quickly. Yeah. He probably, when she didn't agree to his engagement terms, and she was like, no, I don't have to do this, he probably got enraged. Perhaps he felt like he owed her, perhaps. And I think he did do the strangulation. And I think that it was poor decision making either way. He didn't have to do her like that, obviously. And and also, I know, and I'm glad that you said that this is not about race thing. But a lot of the people online, and I'm not speaking about the African American experience of Black women and Black men in America. I just want to just put it out there. I am African. I grew up in America, and growing up as a young girl in America, the way the movies portrayed love and marriage, they only portrayed it through a certain lens of color, and that was not like any other race that was colored, to be honest with you. Even the romance novels that I read, and it's so hard to think that, to undo the learning and the damage that's already installed. Even I have like a 6-year-old daughter, and I have to encourage her and force her to buy Barbie colors that are different colors. And she don't think that her coarse curly hair is beautiful. So even if Ashlee wanted something different for her life, I don't hold her like in a negative light. I feel like Ashlee's a lot of us across the globe, no matter what shade of Black that you identify with, which continent or which country, because society has, make it seem like the brown and dark skinned girl, or just any woman of color, especially the Black woman in America, she has to rescue herself. So she was looking to rescue herself, and it's just so unfortunate. Like, it's just a series of misfortunate things that happened to her. Like, this demon, put his evil eye on her and preyed on her. But her wanting a soft life should not be made a shame. Her wanting better up, having higher value for her life standards should not be like the reason why people dogging her out and stuff. That's not fair, because a lot of when I look at women that are not Black and brown, they get engagement rings when they're finishing college, or when they get to certain ages, where the Black women are not getting engagement rings, compared to their peers. So they say, I'm going to go outside my race to get a better lifestyle, because this woman is not better than me. I stand by. And then when you look at like Black men who are athletic or whatever, or movie stars are successful, when they achieve where they want to achieve, they leave the woman of their skin color for other women. It's like, I have invested and stood by this man. So a lot of young women nowadays, they're looking, they're studying, they are looking, and they saying, I'm going to make a different decision than my mom, my aunt. I want a different outcome for myself. So Ashlee should not be put shame for wanting a different lifestyle. That's not what this is about. She just happened to fall into the negative. She just happened to be a victim of a horrible person who happened to be a different color. But her having aspirations for herself, that should not be an issue. And it should not be, well, why did she went out of her race? Because nobody was coming to rescue her. That's how she felt. She had to rescue herself. She had to think, she has to make a different decision than what her mother did, her mom, her grandmother, her aunties. She, wanted a different option, and she should not be ashamed. And this is not putting down Black men, but you have to do better in protecting women. It's like, you can't just be, I have a dad. He went through so many women, marrying them as a Muslim, and then like not seeing each child through from infancy to adulthood. He would just have a child here, there. And it's like, now all the children kind of have resentment towards each other, or there's like a broken sibling, bond and stuff. And then, it causes trauma. So, and, like we do as, all the women and all the people who care about social justice, we should make awareness of people who are harming people. We should there should be a documentary, podcasts should talk about it. Yeah, you can talk about the soft lifestyle, but you should also highlight what women need to look out for. If you see a red flag, if you fight with somebody, hey, you know what? I'm packing my things. I'm in a foreign country. You acting crazy. I'm calling my mom right now. I'm going. I'm not even going to go to the next room. I'm going, and I'm going to be on live. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely agree with what you're saying. And that's the reason why I've been trying to do more lives. Just, I have another couple of stories that I'm going to get out. But I need this. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, to try to bring awareness to not only, of course, the black women, but of course to women, period, because it's a lot of young ladies that are going through life, and they're not, they don't really know, how to navigate these things. It's a different way. You have to navigate the same way that you navigate online. You have to navigate that way in real life. Sometimes you have to move a certain way. You can't do certain things, say certain things, because we have more eyes on us, as far as just, as prey. I would say that. So I definitely agree. Yes, the discernment it definitely has to get a little stronger. And again, I know when some people say discernment, some people don't really understand what that means. I'll tell you this in layman terms. If you're in a situation and your stomach starts turning flips, if you start sweating all of a sudden, if you have an eerie feeling, that is your discernment. That is your body triggering your discernment. So just always remember that. Okay. Lexi, come on, baby. I am so sorry, girl. I think she on the phone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Can you hear me?
beautiful.
Can you hear me good?
I hear you.
Okay, good. I'm washing. But oh my god, this story is so sad. I'll just say first, I'm gonna give my opinion because you're pretty much answering the questions. But this is so sad. Like this girl is so beautiful, and like everybody's saying, it's not race. It's not so much of a race thing. It's really just like, and I'm gonna make sure I don't say the wrong thing because it's my first time ever being on TikTok live.
No,
But
you.
these males, no matter the race, like y'all saying, they got money, they crazy, et cetera, et cetera. Narcissists, like, man, it's just so sad what happened to her, and like she deserves justice. But I seen did you see in the comments where the young lady was saying how he got two names, he got big
Yeah,
one. Did you see that?
I have I'm while y'all I just got back to my desk, so that's why I'm kind of letting y'all say y'all spiel, because I just got the email, and I'm finna get ready to show y'all what he looked like. What's the I didn't got some emails. So shout out to Kaya and shout out to the other people who were sending me information. That's why I was telling everybody, like over here, once I get the information, I kind of go down a rabbit hole myself, and I go and search other places. And I also have a little bit of connect that's kind of in the celebrity realm. So when they find out information, or if I need to know some information, I kind of run it through them, and they'll tell me if they've heard anything. So but I don't have, like, when certain stories break and stuff, I need y'all help to be able to be like, hey, have you seen this? So this story is going on. So a lot of my stories that I'm able to break is because either the people who are involved end up getting in contact with me, or you guys are one of the first ones to see it and do it. So she sent me the pictures, so I'm getting them together real quick. Listen, I'm let Mr. Neon. I can't pronounce your name, sir. I'm so sorry. Hold on, Mr. Hassan. And I'm gonna say your last name, Mr. Hassan. I'm gonna let him speak. He has been waiting. And then Miss Vanessa, and then we're gonna go down. Go ahead, Mr. Hassan.
hey, thank you so much. I'm just
Oh, I'm
gonna
sorry,
say,
Mrs. I'm sorry, Mrs. I
no, that's okay.
apologize.
I put it my dad picture. Sorry,
Okay,
this is
that's why I was like, wait, okay, that's dad. Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm sorry, sweetie. Hi.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Harity. I just gonna ask you, the lady who was saying that she's East African. I'm East African. I'm Somalian. The lady who was saying that she's from Zanzibar.
Hmm.
She was saying, and she was saying that,
No,
oh,
she
Zanzibar.
said that she was she lives there now. I don't think she said she's from there. I don't
Oh
think
no!
she.
What she was saying that I would like to ask her a couple of questions because what she was talking nonsense. She was lying because I'm from East Africa.
Oh,
I
damn.
know. That's my land. I came from Somalia, and East Africa is the entire continent of Africa is a very corrupt countries. The entire continent, and the reason why that man he chose specifically Zanzibar because he knew he can get away this murder because I've seen a lot of
You mean to
Kenyans.
tell me she came over here to try to divert us? That's what I feel like now.
Yeah, she was talking nonsense. I've seen a lot of Kenyan, Somalian women who've been analyzed by white men, and they just give small money to the police. And if you have money and you are a white man, you have a privilege. You can get away so quickly. And the police always say, "But why you?" They always blaming women. Always say, "But why you dating colonizers?" Excuse me. This is why the reason why this girl her death went viral because she's a black American, and black American they have a platform. But when it comes to African women and East African women,
They're not.
nobody care. Oh, but why you go? They always blaming. Oh, you are ex workers. You chasing the bag. You chasing the money. Why you go with white men? You know what I'm saying? So I'm so Somalian, so Kenya, so next to my country, the femicide against the woman is so high. And also when also couple years ago there was a British man who went Kenya to date Kenyan girls, and he unalived one of girl, and the Kenyan authority they sent him back to London. They didn't charge him. He just paid some money. You know what I'm saying? Look how when this girl Ashlee, my soul rest in peace, when they unalived her, they quickly say it was suicide without
They
evidence, without
say
nothing, without
unalive.
DNA.
Hey guys, when we say the S word, say unalive because they'll flag. This is
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
you're okay. You are okay. It's just like TikTok talk. So it's
Yeah,
okay.
my problem with the Zanzibar police department is how they gonna say it's a suicide without evidence, without DNA test, without nothing. How they gonna say if they didn't give him some money, if he give them there's some money to clean up everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
So
we I did when I first did the live when we first started talking about it. That's what was said. That's what some of the information that I got that he paid the police department because they detained him because he was the one who found her. They actually detained him and asked him questions. Like I don't think they like put him in handcuffs or anything. They just asked him questions on what happened, and he was released. That's not protocol. You
exactly. And also me, I'm African. I can say what the fuck I want because Africans they worship more to their to others people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not shocked. So everything. So I think I'm not buying it. She was beautiful. She was in her prime. She was engaged. She was. Why would somebody took his life? Like, come on, like we are not dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean
Thank
Zanzibar
you.
police.
Thank you for coming up because she did kind of because a couple of people was like,
Like
now
when she
I'm
was
trying
like,
to be
like
nice because she
that's
seemed like she was wholeheartedly, but I
That's why
don't
I was.
know.
That's why I was telling you on comment section, please, I accept my request
So
because
that's okay, Hassan. That's why you
I
was
was,
telling me that, Boca. But I'm sorry, girl.
I was
I didn't
very,
use my discernment.
I was very,
Oh,
I was very irritated. She was talking nonsense. She was saying
hey, wait a minute.
Zanzibar is a
Well, I'm
beautiful
glad you
country.
stayed up here, baby. Thank you because I believe you. I believe you. I really do.
She was saying like it's a very beautiful country. She was
I'm
talking
like, for
nonsense. I was like, Madam, this is not your land. What the fuck are you talking about?
real?
Thank you so much. Anyway, my
No problem, beautiful. No
thank you
problem,
so much.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna follow you back. Did I follow you back? I did. I'm follow you back. Okay.
I love y'all, Black American. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
No problem. I love you too. You have a good one.
Have a good day, y'all.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
But I love her. She came up. She was like, hold on.
I clocked all of it quick because I certainly was side eyeing. I
We
appreciated
were,
the
because I
prayer,
was
but
on it. I was like, for
ooh,
real? We just heard somebody else got on the line, but okay, you know.
at the same hotel resort. I mean, come on, okay, boo. But thank you for your perspective, like Miss Dion Dixon said in the
We
comments, right?
appreciate it, girl, baby. She was trying to take us off the trail, Jesus. That's what she was trying to do, friend. She was trying to take us
Baby.
off the trail. Ooh, that was funny. Miss Vanessa, go ahead, baby. You've been waiting. Who is that? Vina? I'm sorry. Is that
Yeah, it's
Vina?
Vina.
Hey, Vina. Go, Miss Vina, baby. I'm tickled. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I do feel like I was kind of like, I don't believe her either, but okay. Cause I'm Congolese, so I was like,
Okay.
I can see like
Where
you
you
can pay
trying to
them
go,
and
but
they'll be
you're not connecting the
yeah.
dots. Yeah. Well, tell us your
Okay, so
thoughts. Beautiful.
my thoughts on this, I feel like he probably, it's not that like he didn't love her or care about her. It's like, I think that she might have said something to him that just like made him snap, you know, like in a way of like, you can, cause like my mom always tell me like, you can't talk to men any kind of way, you know, like you can't say certain things cause if you're there with them in person, they might do something to you and you don't even know. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story time, okay? I used to date this white guy, okay? And one day we were in the bed and I literally was like, I'm leaving you. He was like, you're not leaving me. And he started choking me and everything. Like, I'm talking about, I could not breathe for like 2 seconds. And this man, and I'm like, yo, like, stop. You're literally choking me. He's like, oh my God. Like, then he stopped. He goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Da, 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 da. And then like, thank God I'm still alive. But still, it's like, he did that, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe he just like black out and like something just kind of triggered him, made him feel like, oh, you want to talk to me like that? Okay, well, we're in a different country and I can do whatever I want. And I'm white and like this whole country here, they definitely like white man and you can give them money, you know? And so like, I feel like he just felt like, oh, well, you're gonna talk to me like that? Okay, I'm gonna show you how you talking to me like that means, you know? Like, I think that that's what happened. And I'm not saying that it's her fault. I'm saying that some men don't have control. So if he doesn't have control, he will not be able to stop himself from doing whatever he needs to do, especially you're in a different country. I'm gonna say that so loud because it's 100% true. And like, there's been even now, like, and I understand like some of you guys talking about like soft life, da da da, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting a soft life. The only issue is that people just want a soft life without actually understanding like, hey, soft life come with a lot of things that you might not want, you know? Like last year I was messing with a guy that was Asian, you know, and he was crazy, you know, you know, I wanted a soft life too. I was like, I wanted a soft life, blah, 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 you know. But on the outside, you will be like, oh my God, like she has the best man. But like on the inside, you will be like, damn, like she dealing a lot. Cause I was dealing with a lot. And I could kind of see like maybe she was dealing with a lot too with him, you know? And then she just got to the point where when they were out of the country, she was probably like, I'm leaving you. And he just went off on her. And I feel like sometimes you don't want to tell anybody you're leaving them. Anywhere you are in the world, you don't want to tell anybody you're leaving them, you know? Because some men will snap, some men will do something just because of, oh, you're leaving me? I did this, I did that. And then it's like, it triggers people, you know? So I'm kind of like, I'm definitely like, he did it because there's no way that she's so beautiful and she had like so much life in her. Like, there's no way she did that to herself. So I'm like 100% on like, you did it and you may have did it because you felt disrespected, but at the end of the day, you don't have the right to take somebody's life at all. Like, you shouldn't take somebody's life just because you feel that your ego got bruised, you know? And his ego probably got bruised doing that,
But
you
even
know?
if that is the case, I'm sure because they said they were on and off again, there's been disagreements and issues in the relationship. So what made this disagreement different from any other disagreement they had before, prior to any arguments they've had before, when they had breakups, that he didn't unalive her then versus now?
Well, okay, so I can I can explain to you in this way, okay? So so this is how it could have happened this time. So when somebody breaks up with you, like because of petty stuff or whatever, right? They leave. When they come back, they're not coming back for, oh, because I miss you, oh, because I care about you. No, they're coming back to see if you will allow them back. Now, I think that the few times that he had left, this time he came back, he didn't come back to be like, oh, I miss you, I want to be with you. No, he came back to like see if his ego can be stroked. And the moment she stopped stroking his ego, and the moment they were out there and she stopped stroking his ego, that's when he snapped. Because now, not only that we are at a different country, you also are bruising my ego. So yes, he is gonna snap. Like I'm telling y'all. I had a guy snap at me because I was like, I don't want you anymore. And he's like, why not? I'm like, because I just don't. Like, he literally was so mad, ready to punch me. But at the but all I'm saying is like
I definitely
these
understand. Hold up, Miss Bridget. Mute up for me. Straight about cash. I see you keep putting cap in the chat. If you want to come up and rebuttal, it's you said what's funny. Well, over here, let's be clear. That to be on before y'all block them. Let me gather them together real quick. See, I understand that you think that this live is to coddle women and all of that. No, this live is not for that, and it's also not for you to come over here if you're not going to give another view out of the window to another perspective. If you're going to be disrespectful, this is not the live for you, okay? Because if this was vice versa, and if this was a man, when the man was a black man and it was a white woman and I did this live, I said the same thing. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve to be unalive. Nobody deserves to be unalive. Do you understand? It doesn't have anything. Her father is in her life, okay? Her father is actually in her life. And what you said, straight, I agree with you. Her father probably wasn't in her life as much as he's supposed to, because you can tell who was really in her life because of her stepdad. Because she, right here, this her stepdad. That's who he damn near look like. Y'all ain't even looking at that. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with you when you saying some of the stuff in there. It's just the way that you're trying to discredit Miss Venus. She's telling you what she been through. She's giving you her experience as being a black woman or not or African woman of color and dating another race. That was she was giving her perspective. So you can't necessarily say cap to that because that's her experience. She's not saying that's for everybody. So that's why I say I need y'all to kind of move past the race of it right now and understand the dynamic of a man and a woman. But you got a point. You got a point with the father part. The father apparently is some type of breakdown. She probably loves her father, has a relationship with him, but it's definitely some type of breakdown with the father on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I will agree with you on that. You said, Tasha, I have a question. What is a soft life? Well, I'm living a soft life right now and I don't have a man. So doing what you want to do, traveling when you want to fucking travel, waking up and eating honeycombs in the middle of the night at 3:00 in the morning and putting the box on the side of your bed. That is a soft life. Do you hear me? Going to go buy you a Chipotle bowl when you get ready to. Going to the spa when you wanted to. Ain't got to get up and fix nobody breakfast at 5:00 in the morning because he got to go to work at 6:00 in the morning. That's what
That's the lifestyle. That's
the
the
soft life to me.
living your best life.
Now, if you want to come in and join and help me with that, that's an even softer life. You hear me? But I'm already in my soft life right now. I haven't been this soft in my life. Do you hear me? I get to do what I want to do. So yeah, that's my answer to that question, Saint.
I'm living my best life. Shit. It don't necessarily got nothing to do with this. Y'all, not you, but the society is making this look like it's supposed to be quote unquote. Soft life is having all your needs met, whether it be with yourself, a man, or a woman, because we all got different preferences, right? Everybody
A
like a
blessed
little,
life. That sounds like a blessed life.
I believe that, yeah, like stuff like that's literally what it is. Because like you gotta choose. It's about choosing you and choosing the people that align with you. You know, because people always think that, oh, soft life, I can deal with this guy and he can just treat me however he want because he's giving me money. That's not soft life. You are in survival mode. You're in survival mode the whole time if you are dealing with a man just because he's giving you money. And here's another thing, like I seen like all of us, some people are saying like, oh, she didn't really love him, she loved him for his money. That's a lie, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if a guy is taking care of you, doing all this stuff that he needs to do, X, Y, and Z, to make sure that you're good, you're gonna love him. Like, I don't care what nobody tells you. Nobody's gonna sit here and be like, yeah, that guy does a lot of things for me, but I don't love him. Like, how can you not love somebody that does all that stuff, you know? So it's like, I feel like she loved the guy, you know? She loved the guy so much, but the guy just he probably had like trauma that he hasn't healed, you know? He probably just had like, where there was something that would just trigger him and he would be like out of it, you know? And then also, you know how like he deleted all the pictures on social media, everything of them. So,
I think he
you know,
did. He did. He
yeah,
definitely did that. Straight
everything.
about cash. He did. He seen
He,
something in that. We
I think he did too.
we said that from a little birdie that's close to them. That's what was being said, that it may have been because they were on break, and it might have been she might have crossed back over to the yonder side. She might have crossed the gun line back over there, boss. You know, she might have. You know, because she had already told him, because see, he was playing with her. She was trying to. She wanted to be with him. She was already posting him. She was doing. See, he was playing with her. So we still don't know if he had some other little kick on the side, like Miss Bridget said. Miss Bridget said he
You
got
got a
something.
Karen.
There
It's
she
a
goes.
Karen in the background. I'm telling you, it's a older YT woman. She ain't his age, but she's older than Ashlee Janae, and she's calling the shots. And that's
I
why
feel
that
like
young lady's not here anymore,
Well,
because
you
if
Can I
know,
she
talk now, please? Because I got to go to class.
I
oh
did
yeah,
too.
yeah. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boo. Go
Hey,
ahead,
my
stylish.
bad. I got to go to class in a minute. My bad.
No, you fine. Hey, sometimes you gotta get in there. It's okay, friend, because we would go down a tangent. Jesus, I'm sorry. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
Go
I was on
ahead,
the
boo.
live yesterday. I just want to say that a soft life doesn't equate to you having a man that's doing for you. A soft life is what you make it. A soft life is you handling what you have to do for you and making sure your bills and whatever you need to do in your life is rolling how you want it to roll. Now, what a lot of our young people are chasing is a luxury life. They're not chasing a soft life. They can call it a soft life, but that's not a soft life. They're chasing luxury. They want bags, shoes, clothes. That's what they're chasing, and it's unfortunately it's getting them in a lot of trouble. A lot of these kids are coming up missing. A lot of these kids are coming up deceased, trafficked, and that's the problem we have. I think as a society, we have a lot of work to do. We really do. We
Come
have a
on.
lot of work to do. We need to really start getting on these podcasts. I don't want to hear about another relationship podcast, another this, another that. We need to be on these podcasts talking about what needs to be talked about in our communities and what is going on with our young
Welcome
adults
to the
and our young
unfiltered
ladies.
podcast of Miss Live
Yes.
3D, where we
And
talk
our
about
young
all
ladies.
these issues over here.
Because
Fuck being in how to be in a relationship, how to
yes,
survive
how
this
to survive
world.
in life and how these kids need to go back to school.
Yes.
They want everything so fast. They want it now, they want it now. But what they don't understand is that the reward at the end of something fast is that you may end up in a grave. You may end up in prison trying to get some fast money. And a lot of us need to realize that we want to talk to our young sisters and let them know to stop having all these babies. Stop going to these bars naked, shaking it, and sitting with your legs all open and whatnot. Like we need to. That's the stuff that we need to be really talking about. not who got the most money, not who got this and who got that, looking at these influencers and this and that. We need to stop watching baddies. We need to stop looking up to influencers. Oh, I want to be like her. I want the Jada Waiter braids. Like, come on, sweetie.
Woo.
Don't you got your own brain, your own man, your own eyes? Like, get your own style. Be a leader. That's what's wrong with our culture. We don't lead, we follow. That's why it's a million nail techs, a million eyelash ladies. Like, come on, man. We have to do better as a community and start going back. We need to start going back to school and racking up on these degrees. How we racking up on these Birkin bags? We need to be racking up on these degrees, because one thing they can't take from us is our education.
You better tell me what Miss Johnson told us up in the school, up at Central High School. I'm talking about the Central High at Little Rock 9. Baby, she told us in that classroom, ain't one thing a person can't take from you is what's in your mind. Your education, baby. They can't take it. They can take
I approve that
anything else.
message. I approve that message. I got 4
Listen.
Yeah,
degrees.
same.
And also, to add to the Tanzania thing, when I was in the lab yesterday, a lot of people that were actually from Tanzania, like a lot of the tour guides and things like that, they did, like the young lady said, that lady was lying. I didn't pick up anything about her telling the truth. She was telling a lot of stories, because a lot of the tour guides that were there, they were saying that they take money for anything.
See, and see, that's what I said. I said that. Didn't I tell you? I said that what the people were
You
saying.
said that yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
still Nia
and
is
I heard
from
it from them.
Tanzania. She say she from Tanzania.
Yeah,
And so
I didn't
it
hear
was
anything good.
a lot of, I figured that because on everything my algorithm has changed, and all I am seeing is my African brothers and sisters right now. I be trying to figure out what some of y'all saying, because that accent be thick. But I be getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, why I got so many? Thank y'all for following. I love y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate, because I wanted to come over and do you know how bad I want to feed a zebra? And it's in the motherland, but I'm scared to come over there, y'all, because I already know they gonna do something to me. I can't. Listen, but I appreciate you guys so much, because I literally have been getting so many follows from Africa, and I think a lot of people from Tanzania have been like following me. So I appreciate you. Now, if y'all got some information, I'm gonna need y'all to drop it up in my box, because this is the thing. I felt where the baby was coming from, that it's a lot of African women don't get that exposure. And I wanted to say something to that. The thing is that you got to have your people, like your content creators, because even if we say something over here, it's not going to prompt them to do anything over there. But what y'all can do is learn from the content creators that you see, and we can assist you guys in those type of things when it's femicide going on. You know what I'm saying? That's how we merge that too. So if something happens on either end, if one of y'all come over here and something happens to y'all, we gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be on it. We gonna make sure we get the information to y'all, so y'all can come over here and do what y'all need to do. It's vice versa. That's how you work it. So understand and know, if something happens to someone in Africa from over there, I'm gonna make sure I tell the story and do whatever. I'm gonna do the same thing that I'm doing for this woman. It's not gonna be any different. That's how we bring the countries together, the women together in the country, so that we can stop certain things being swept up under the rug because it's quote unquote a woman. You get what I'm saying? So if you're in Africa, follow the content. If you want to learn how to become a content creator, I do TikTok a lot, but I'm this is where I'm at right here. I almost got 20K followers on one of my channels. I have 2 YouTube channels where I make money off of. I can help you guys. Hit my link tree. I know this is a commercial break. I give information for free, but I teach for the coin. And you know, if we got to switch it over to from euros to SUD, however we got to do it. If you in America, whatever. And that's for my girlies too. All of y'all, this community, this administration is doing some things. We just gonna say that. And you need some extra money in your pocket. I don't want you to have to go do something strange for a piece of change, or even be having to deal with somebody that you don't even want to have to deal with. You can make your own money. You can make your own money, friend. I got you. I'm gonna show you what to do. I'm just saying straight. I'm just saying. I'm just trying. I'm trying. You can make some money too. It's for the men too. Ain't just for the ladies. I'm here to help everybody. But, and also I know some people are coming in and they're seeing this. They like, why she always laughing and this and that? Let me tell you something. First of all, we're not laughing at the situation. This is a real somber. I love you, Wanna. This is a real somber situation, and it can get real heavy, and I'm not that type of person. I want us to always get the good out of a conversation and have. I don't want it to be too heavy. So you gonna hear me crack a joke every once in a while, because I got to bring the morale back up. I got to kind of bring us back into, quick little and then I'm gonna go back to what we was talking about. But Miss Denise, thank you, girl. Girl, you said, girl, and look, the microphone's sitting right there by your picture, girl, because you didn't even need to put the microphone right here, because you spoke a word, honey. Thank you.
I just want to add one more thing to that.
Okay. I thought you had a little bit more to say.
As a whole, we need to stop watering these negative seeds. We start watering this negative media, like these shows and all this stuff that shows us in a negative light. If we stop giving water to that stuff, then it'll eventually go away. Because we are on a radar. We are under a radar. Yes, other cultures have things going on, but when it comes down to our culture and things that go on with us, we are under a radar, and we are getting plastered all over the world when we do something. So we have to really start watering these negative seeds, because we look bad. We look horrible. We look very bad. And if this story would have never blown up the way it did, that young lady would have, they would have just swept it under the rug. But I feel like too, the way she was found hanging in Africa, like, that hotel doesn't want to lose money. So of course they're going to make it major, make it a big thing, because they're like, hold on, if we don't do anything about this, they're gonna shut us down. So we're gonna lose tourists. So we need to do what we need to do with this case and stop letting this type of stuff go on, because we're gonna eventually, they're gonna lose tourists, they're gonna lose money. So I mean, we got a lot of work to do as a community as a whole, and things need to really start changing, especially for our future. For our futures, because now I don't see another Martin Luther King. I don't see another Malcolm X. I don't see it. I don't see it. These kids are different.
Well, their Martin Luther King and their Malcolm X is Casanat right now, unfortunately. So that's why I said, and what you said, we're feeding the negative, and this is where it's hard for people like me who want to bring positive things on the internet and do positive things, and it's like you don't get the traction, because people are so prone to wanting to see people argue, wanting to see people, because you'll see people on the chat where it's a whole bunch of people on the box and they on there going ham and turkey, but it's almost 2,000 people up in there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they be doing? They be actually tapping the screen. Thank you, Pebbles. Let me do a commercial break real quick. Cause see, y'all ain't tapping the screen. That's I can always tell when y'all ain't tapping the screen. It's just one or two people. Hey, Lawana. Hey, Uni. Hey, beautifuls. I gotta say hi to my beautiful mods that's in the building. Hey, Moesha. Thank you for being in here, babes. I love you guys so much. You said they give them a time limit. Oh, okay. Well, just if you haven't tapped before, then keep tapping. I really appreciate it. Thank everybody for the gifts. We almost y'all, we just got 4 things we need for the So I need a fireworks, a whale, a meteorite, and 2 DJ hats. If somebody is in the gift